What's up, world? Welcome to the Ash Said It Show. I'm your host, Ash Brown. I appreciate all of the love and support. Over 1,700 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this is possible without you guys, so I thank you so very, very much. It's a wonderful fall afternoon here in the A-Town. For those of you that don't know, I have been going plant-based for the last couple of months. I've fallen off here and there. When I found out about this new item, this new product being available here in the Atlanta market, I could not resist. I had to snatch them up. Today with me, I've got the wonderful Adrienne Hahn of Kuliana. She's the Director of Brand Marketing. Hey, Adrienne.
Hey, Ash. How's it going?
It's going pretty great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great to be here.
Awesome. All right. So, Adrienne, to start things off, what is Kuliana?
Kuliana is sushi-grade seafood that just happens to be made from plants. And that's what we are on paper, but I would say that in practice, we are a food company that's reimagining the future of food and on a mission to sustainably and satisfyingly feed this world's next billion people.
Wow.
Is that a mouthful?
That's a lot. That's going into a lot. I mean, so many questions. When I found out about the product, I was like, oh my gosh, so I've got to try this stuff. That's first off. But I'm like, how does this even come about?
We started Kuliana in 2019, and after 2 years of R&D, which I like to call blood, sweat, and plant, we launched in spring of this year at select groceries and restaurants and counter service food spots nationwide. Our founders have a collective of 17 years of food science experience, so it's not their first trip around the block, and they happen to specialize in alternative meats. They were the ones to take food science below sea level.
When you actually tried the product for the first time, what was your thought process?
I think when we all hear plant-based seafood, we're a little bit suspect because it's not something that you typically find, and there are virtually no companies doing it in a way that's visually pleasing and also nutritionally dense. When I came upon my first Kuleana fillet and Poké cube, I was weary because I'm like, okay, as someone who's a flexitarian, someone who has traditional seafood, can this actually compare? But after taking that first bite, I gotta give it to the R&D team. It has the same taste, texture of traditional tuna, intense nutritional density. It's got the same amount of omega-3s, iron, vitamin B12, just none of the microplastics or mercury. So anyone can have it at any stage of life. If you're an expecting mother, sushi night is back on.
Yes, because that's one of the number one things that women that are pregnant, they're all worried and concerned about, especially if they love sashimi and everything, if they love their poke bowls. So they can continue to enjoy their poke bowls if they check out the local Poké Bar restaurant in the metro Atlanta area, because we've got several locations. I'm actually closer to the one out at Alpharetta at Avalon, so I'm looking forward to actually checking that out. Enjoying that.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to, Ash.
Certainly.
You'll have to let us know how it is.
Yes, I have to. I mean, that's a given. You guys are going to see it all over social media, how Ash feels about it, all right? We're definitely going to put it out there. As far as sustainability goes with the product, how important was that?
Sustainability and this love for the ocean is an elemental part of our company origin.
Yeah.
Our founders really started this after coming across two key metrics, which is that ocean fish population are down 50% in the past 50 years, and bluefin tuna population in particular are down 97% in that same amount of time. So for every 100 bluefin tuna that existed in 1970, only 3 exist today. And consumer demand for seafood continues to grow, understandably. Seafood is delicious, but the ocean is increasingly depleted. So something has got to give, and rather than giving up and telling the consumer, hey, we just can't have seafood anymore, we as Kuliana are giving consumers more optionality, because up until now, if you want to eat seafood and you want to eat plant-based or are aware of the dire state that our oceans are in, you just have to give it up. And we say, okay, you can want to eat sushi, and you can have a food alternative that's plant-based that will meet that desire.
Now, you guys have, of course, partnered and become more available in the Poké Bar restaurants in the metro Atlanta area, which I just lost count of how many different stores that you guys are actually in and a part of. But a little birdie told me, Adrian, that you guys are expanding some more. I know we may not be able to, tell about where we're expanding, but is that true? Are you guys going to continue to expand?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, we launched our product spring of this year, and we are on a track to basically deliver on our mission. What I said at the start of this convo of feeding the world's next billion, and we're only as successful in doing that as the number of restaurants and plates and fridges that we can reach. So we are going to be growing rapidly nationwide. Wherever you are in the U.S., we hope to have a Kuliana dish near you. As of today, we are going to be available at Blue Sushi Sake Grill, a sushi chain, a delightful sushi chain, I should say, in the Midwest. And this includes states like Texas, Colorado, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky. We got you covered in the Midwest now.
Okay.
And of course, coastal cities, we have you covered as well between our Poké Bar partnership and our collab with Air One Market.
So, Adrian, if people want to get some more information about the brand, where do they need to go and how do they need to follow you on social media?
Yeah, so for more info on sushi-grade seafood that just happens to be plant-based, you can find us on Instagram at kuleana.seafood. Kuleana spelled Kuleana. And online, on your mobile phone or desktop device, you can find us at kuleana.co. And I would definitely recommend that you sign up for our newsletter, either through our site or the link in our IG bio, because we host a monthly giveaway of a Kuliana slime bag, which includes all the things that you need to prep and fry some delicious Kuliana seafood at home.
I love that. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Adrian, for coming through today. Definitely appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome sauce. So you have to come back. I'm just putting that out into the universe. You got to come back because I know that you guys got some other stuff on the stove cooking we couldn't talk about today. So I would love to have you back to discuss more Kuliana and beyond. So keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.